Catterson here. We're on episode number 12 of the 100, season 2, which is called Rubicon. This season has just been absolutely incredible. We're like, 4 episodes away after this. We got a great focus on Bellamy in the last episode, looking in trouble, but thank goodness for Maya. Clark just stepping up like no tomorrow. Like, holy crap. And I'm excited to see how her and Abby get on in this episode, considering Abby was not too pleased with the fact that her mother was like, you might be Chancellor, but I'm in command here. So it's like, uh-oh, but it was still awesome, wasn't it? Like I said though, this season has just absolutely been really, really incredible. Especially with the Mountain Men. They've been a really, really fantastic adversary so far. And the Grounder Sky People Union has been super, super enjoyable, and to see tension running there, it's just been an absolute blast. So yeah, with that said, let's just get on with episode number 12 of the 100 season 2. This is Rubicon. Let's go.
The ground is ours.
You're gonna get a bullet in the head.
The ground is ours.
No, it ain't. You don't own the ground. The ground owns you.
President Wallace said we could go.
That President Wallace is no longer in command. He had to step down for health reasons.
Oh, come on. For health reasons. Jasper, you know that's bullshit.
You're all incredibly special to us.
This bitch.
Because they still have acid fog and we only have 2 tone generators.
We'll be ready. We will.
Good on Raven showing that bit of strength, but... Well, like Raven said, we'll get there. We'll get there.
3 hours means every 3 hours.
You throw. Being a good leader means knowing which battles to fight.
And which to delegate, I know. Please.
Oh, this respect though from Kay to Clark is just really, really beautiful.
I'll go.
Lexa does trust him though, so hopefully she'll see
What is it?
a good
Kane will
reason.
Perhaps your mother should go. She is still the Chancellor, after all.
But she respects you. Lexa respects you.
Needed here.
All our water, everything. They killed him. This card is all I have left.
Give us some water.
No. You barely have enough.
12 to 13.
Touch me again and I'll end you.
Oh!
In a non-criminal way.
Thanks for the water.
It's no problem.
Good on Murphy. Good on Murphy. I'm starting to see why people are saying you're gonna like Murphy a bit more. Oh boy. People are gonna be like, I told you so.
We're gonna use a missile.
Fuck.
This time we're not gonna miss.
Ah, you.
Why'd you lie? Bellamy can't be distracted.
Oh,
It helps
yes.
Hey,
Oh!
Don't get blown up.
That's what I wanted to see. Kiss and makeup, well, not literally kiss. Are we shipping Raven and Clark now? I'm kidding.
Tried to kill 2 more. I had my reasons, but nobody cared. I'm a bad guy.
It doesn't make it right, though, at the end of the day.
Told you I'd blow it.
But... them just walking by, whatever. Whoa!
My people saw me as
Mutation!
This one.
No, here's a hint! Drop dead! Oh, you hurt Monty, we're gonna have words. Drop dead! Bellamy!
We don't have time for this. No! This is wrong.
It's also our only choice, and you know it. You could have
If you
warned
wanna...
everyone up there, but you didn't. You said nothing, not even to your own people.
It's true.
This is war, Clark.
But...
People die.
Yeah, but we don't want...
You showed
We don't
true
want
strength
people to
today.
die.
Don't let emotion stop you now.
Oh, Lexa.
Back away from the cart and get on your knees. Now!
Do what she
Of course she was too good to be true. The first person that, you know, Murphy
You too.
takes a liking to has to turn out to be a little bitch.
What a surprise, you're just like everyone else.
Oh, she's got something up her...
John.
Oh. Oh.
They evacuate Ton DC.
Don't know yet, but it's Clark. She'll get it done.
Oh.
Just concentrate on squeezing your ass and then stop worrying about your sister.
Now this is worrying. Oh.
Octavia's in Ton DC. She's there. Raven.
I don't know what happened between you two, but Bellamy made it. He's fine. We've got our inside man. Now I need you to come with me.
But he still caused distress he feels.
Get stomped round, guy on up, no time.
Oh!
Grounders don't give up. We fight. Either you get up and you
Damn.
fight this, or you crawl.
Literally
away,
smacking
die
common
low
sense
like
in
a
him.
cow.
After you.
Trusting Murphy. Ooh.
The rest of you need to decide for
I mean, it is a bit...
But either way, we'll come back
Um...
for you when we find it.
Sir, this is a mistake. You're not gonna find it. You're
It's
not
a
gonna
bit
make
risky, but sometimes we've got to take risks for a better tomorrow, I guess.
Last time I saw them, heading downstairs.
They're not there now.
They're gonna send something up.
We should search the woods.
I agree.
Yeah. Sense that. Come on. We need to get everyone out. We don't want to...
Final target's confirmed.
We're going for lunch.
You son of a
On your
bitch.
command. 10, 9.
Oh, they won't be able to. Shit!
We can't stop. There's
Shit!
no time. I'm not taking a step further until you tell me what is happening.
Yeah, oh, shit!
4, 3, 2.
Oh, Lord! Oh, no. Wait, Kane? Oh, my shit! Oh, no!
Please tell me this wasn't you.
Oh, my God. I'm just worried about everyone else.
You can't tell anyone about this. If anyone finds out that we knew, the alliance of the 12 clans will break. We'll lose the war. You've crossed the line. Mom, and their blood is on your hands. Wait, Mom!
I don't want to agree with her, but holy shit, I mean... But then again, this was for the best, but... Oh my goodness, this is horrible. Come on, shit! Yes! Oh shit! We're doing this! Put a pole through all of them! Oh shit!
Something's wrong.
Oh! Oh, dearie me.
You gotta pull the outside air in to reverse the air filtration system.
I hope you know that you're incredibly special to us.
Oh my god, you're echoing! Enter! Oh, well, she's dying anyways, but... Holy... You just let her die like that. Holy shit.
I bombed Taunton, DC today.
But it's okay for... It's not okay for innocents to die here. Fuck off.
Why can't you see
I'm annoyed
that
with him.
is exactly what I'm trying to do? With Clark and the commander dead, the savages can...
The marrow kicks in 48 hours.
What?
You'll thank me someday.
So they gifted him with something that he didn't want. Just to prove a point, like, oh, we were right. Oh, shit. At least Octavia and Lincoln are fine. Oh, Clark, look at... Oh... I mean, I'm usually rooting for Clark, and I know this was the best, I guess, course of action, but... I don't know, it kind of does hurt inside that she kept this. Because innocent, like, a lot of people died, so that prick at Mount Weather can lick his lips and assume that he killed Clark and Lexa, so, you know, we can get a leaderless faction going on, all hell break loose, all that shit. Like, I get why, you know, we couldn't tell everyone there's a missile coming and you're all gonna get blown up if you don't move it, because the cover would be blown. And it all goes to Lex's comments. This is war sometimes we have to lose to win a war. And that's completely that's completely true. Sometimes we have to take casualties to win the war. Sometimes sacrifices have to be made. And it's just shitty to you know, feel. And now this has happened with no idea on what the hell's happened to Indra and Kane. We know that there was a lot of casualties as we saw in that final shot, but I mean, like I said, it doesn't make the situation any comforting, does it? Like, yes, we had to take the hard option. Yes, it's gonna kill, I mean, it's gonna kill a lot of people. Well, it did, obviously. No, I'm thinking it's gonna kill, Clark inside for a long time, especially with what, you know, her mother said to her, like, gave her that lecture. It, like, last episode it was Clark shutting Abby down. Now it's Abby shutting Clark down for, you know, her decision for killing innocents, saying that the, blood, of them is on your hands now. And this is all because of, you know, Clark choosing an option that doesn't screw over. Like, it's, I guess, the lesser of two evils, I guess, with Bellamy inside, with, Insane Cage potentially going trigger happy, although it would be, though she has no idea, it would be a bit difficult at this case, which we'll get onto in a bit, but, man, you just are upset with what came to fruition because you didn't want that to happen. You wanted everyone safe. Your gut was screaming, I want somehow the missile to, you know, decide, you know what, we're not gonna blow innocents up today, not having it. And alas, we were hit with the bomb, weren't we? So, quite an explosive episode, some would say. I know that was ridiculous, but I had to, I don't know, I've got this habit of making puns with the 100 episodes. I don't know why, but oh well. But yeah, this is gonna be I mean, Abby's not gonna tell anyone, that's granted. So as far as Clark's concerned, nobody, is going to know about what she did. But this is the thing. I have a feeling someone will have eavesdropped or something like that, even though it was, supposed to be Clark and Lexa in that room alone. Someone's gonna find out and be like, she let us all die, and we're gonna cause commotion again, and then we're gonna have the Grounders basically, have a spit spat with the Sky people again. Although this is what the Mountain people want, and we don't need that, because they want a fracture. Hence why they sent the missiles out in the first place, to put a huge dent, not just in the Grounders and the Sky people, but eradicate that leadership. And this is not what we want at the minute. We do not want a fractured house. So hopefully it doesn't come to the fact that someone, knows that Clark had to make the call on not telling anyone, because otherwise we're going to have a boatload of problems, if that comes to fruition. Abby does know, but unless someone tortures Abby or something like that, like did Clark do, yeah. But that, like I said, that's going to be a rough patch throughout probably the majority of season 2, maybe season 3, because this is a big thing that Clark just did. Abby's not, she is pissed off. The way she, the way she spoke to Clark, I mean, it was doing, it was the equivalent, it's the equivalent of, I don't know, breaking your sibling's arm or something like that. I have no idea. I'm trying to think of a good comparison. I know. Breaking your parents' most valued treasure or something like that. I think the sibling comment was better, made more sense or something like that. But like I said, Abby, it's going to take a long time for her to see past what she did. So, oh boy. And I think Clark knows that. I think Clark's going to have to live with that. That's going to hurt her throughout a long time for this show, potentially. And this is now I'm sensing something could potentially go down here, because ever since she's got with this union with Lexa, she's had to adapt in her attitude. She's had to make hard decisions, like today. She went cold on her mother in the last episode. So maybe she's going to have to reflect on certain things, although Lexa's going to probably say, you can't, well, she did say in this episode, you can't let your emotions get the best of you, but she's probably going to repeat that lesson to her, if she starts having doubts about the direction she's going, because this is not the Clark we're used to seeing. But this is all because Lexa's, I guess still trying to mentor her, because at the end of the day, Clark is a leader, but, she is still, newborn. This isn't like a year cycle, I'm imagining, every year, every season equates to every year. So, compared to the events of season 1, Clark's still new into her role as a leader of the people. And now, and Lexa's got a lot more experience behind her back, obviously, but, it's just really, really concerning, isn't it? It's this dark path that, Clark could, be taking on, especially to everyone else's eyes. There's already concerns about, Clark, even Abby was saying, please tell me this was Lexa, this was Lexa's doing, everything. You not telling, this was all on Lexa. But it makes for a very, very tasty story, doesn't it? And I'm here for it, so I've got no complaints whatsoever with this. I wouldn't say it's a dark path, but it's obvious, it's a more change, it's a hardened path, and that's what Lexa wants from Clark. So yeah, but it does bring up room for concern. So yeah. But I just can't wait to see the fallout from, overall from Clark, because, like I said, that's going to be eating her up. She's not the exact kind of person who will just forget about it. She knows she had to make a difficult choice. Even if it was the right thing to do, to keep Bellamy in the clear, to keep everyone else safe and all of that, well, as safe as they can be. It's it's not something you can just shrug off. So, yeah, Clark's, like I said, you just don't know how to feel inside. Of course, it was the best option, like I've just alluded to, I guess, but you just have that urge to just be like, you just want to help everyone escape and not get caught up, and you just want some kind of miracle so they don't get caught up, but, so yeah. That's the power of TV and tense writing, I think. You just have that feeling, isn't it? Yeah, overall, that was, an episode that, shook, that was a worse point. I was thinking too hard for that one, but, no, honestly, that was really, really good. I absolutely enjoyed that so much. Especially with how tense the villain side of the story got, especially with Cage, with the whole missile shit. The ground is ours comment is like, no, the ground will have you when you're dead and you're buried 6 feet under, you little shit. Not just that though, but Dr. Singh as well, when, she kept coming in the room and selecting people to get extracted, I guess, from that bone marrow shit. It's so sinister though. She comes across it in such a sinister fashion, like there is little emotion, but that's Dr. Singh for you. But there is little emotion when she's approaching all of these people, and it's so sinister, isn't it? So, and she's like, that one, no emotion whatsoever. Although, her demise was absolutely satisfactory, especially with what they are doing. It was an absolute blast seeing her wither and perish, and seeing Jasper and everyone just watch. I was wanting, I know she was already dying with the radiation anyways, but I just wanted her to be shot or something like that. But but I think I'm forgetting the fact that a slow death is a more better death. See, who's the sinister one now? No, it was an absolute blast seeing, the 47 in a vulnerable position and, them thinking they are without hope. Bellamy helping out Jasper a bit, aiding him with the gun. Them standing up, that was really, really fantastic stuff to see, especially with how Jasper had, it was short-lived. But thankfully, after, Mount Weather put the 47 in their place, thank you, Bellamy, because he was the one who set off the radiation breach, and it was absolutely fun seeing everyone with us. So, high five to Bellamy for being an awesome individual, and getting rid of one sick son of a bitch. Yeah, it was just an absolute blast. It was really, really good to see that union, that, bond everyone had, and it was just really, really heartwarming to see. So brilliant stuff from Jasper and everyone else, Jasper, Monty, everyone else, because like I said, that union, that united, it was so defiant, and it was really, really great stuff to see, and it was really, really powerful. So I really, really enjoyed seeing how united everyone was, and it was really beautiful. And then it was beautiful seeing Dr. Singh perish. Yeah, we got the desert bit as well, which took the back foot. Like, it was nothing too big compared to what happened with Clark, and I loved. I'm gonna get a bit onto her side in a bit as well, but yeah, it was a really, really, I don't know, I'm getting religious vibes for some reason with Jaha. I don't know, I don't know, what it is, but I am getting religious vibes with, Jaha leading, people through the desert and all of that. Of course, they got betrayed by, that person, but, at least she still left them a bit of glimmer of hope with, the city of light. But, there's still skeptical people out there. Of course, you're going to be skeptical when someone's just, swindled you, but, we got a bit of hope. So that's all well and good. And I loved that connectivity before she, backstabbed everyone with Murphy, and seeing Murphy with a bit more of a lighter side. So I thought that was really, really great stuff to see. But like I said, swindled. And Jaha putting that faith into Murphy, which was absolutely fantastic stuff to see, because, I think the fact is, this is great. Everyone's not trusting Murphy at this point, and you even saw a lot of the people who are still, a bit, nervous about him, I guess, just leave him to die and all of that, and it's great to, his actions may have been in an act of revenge, but like I've said, it doesn't make them right, but, he's not an exact monster per se, I guess. But, he just needs that little bit of faith, whereas everyone's looking down at him for him, taking retaliation in his own way. Like, he has his own world to live in, on what it means to survive, and, he can't, get past the people who've tried to kill him, so, yeah, he takes his own, way of retribution on, getting back at the people who tried to kill him. So yeah, I really loved that little bit of faith, but yeah, it was really, it was good. I guess side story with Jaha and co. But will they make it to the city? Going back to Clark, I really loved the hug scene with Raven before, Clark went off to warn everyone. Which is really, really good, considering last episode I was still a bit worried if, Raven was a bit, still, giving the boot to the face to Clark regarding Finn. And she's rising above that. She knows she's better than, full-blown hatred. So I really, really loved that, hug scene, with Raven and Clark. So that was really, really beautiful. I loved the decision for Clark to, before Raven did ruin it, that Clark, protected, Bellamy about Octavia's whereabouts, because at the end of the day, like I said, Octavia's priority one with Bellamy, and thankfully Bellamy, had that little moment and realized what was, what was ahead of him, so that was really, really good stuff to see. There was another comment, her talk with Kane as well. I thought that was, really, really great, considering the fallout of the last episode with, Clark basically saying she's leader now, so suck it up, Buttercup. But I really, really loved the conversation with Kane because, it's so weird, isn't it? Like, Kane's starting to, the adults are, some of the adults are starting to respect the fact that, people like Clark are leaders. They're not kids anymore. They've survived in this world of horror, through their own decisions, and they're capable of doing that. So I really, really loved, that little talk with Kane and Clark. So that was really great. But overall, a explosive episode. No, it was just really, really tense, especially during the last 10 minutes, and wondering if Indra and Kane are still alive. I have a feeling Kane will be. I'm not so sure about Indra, but we'll just have to wait and see. I hope so, although it would, I do feel if Indra if Indra got caught up, then it would be telling, how big of a casualty, Cage's attack was. So, one big casualty. I mean, you could say the many grounders we saw down from that missile strike, is telling enough, but, I do think, and as well for Octavia, which I will say that I did love her telling Lincoln to fight this, which was really, really great stuff when he was craving with the, Reaper's, stuff when he was sniffing that grounder. There's that fighting craving, so I really, really loved Octavia. Some would say having the trousers in this case, because, the whole saying, I have the trousers in this relationship, whereas, Octavia's looked to Lincoln for advice. It's Octavia trying to teach. gotta say, I'm loving Octavia in, like, this new form of Octavia, just nailing it all the time. But she is the one, you know, putting the foot down and saying, Lincoln, let's do this. Come on, buddy. Let's shape up. But yeah, I think Indra's death, as I was going to get back to, I just had to, because I think I forgot about that point anyways. I think Indra's death would be telling, would be really, really great, and a bit beneficial considering, you know, Octavia might have much to learn. You know, she's adopted this grounder form, and losing a mentor would be pretty, you know, crushing for Octavia, where she wants to learn how to be better. And, you know, there's that missing potential because Indra gets caught up. So Indra's a potential casualty, but if we lose Kane, then I'm going to riot. We're going to have some words. Yeah. Overall, this was really, really great of an episode. Loved it. And it was just really, really fantastic stuff. So the fallout of the next, well, we had a bit of the fallout in this episode, but I'm sure that will transcend into the next episode with Lexa, especially saying she did the right thing and letting people perish, although Clark's going to have that doubt in her head. But it was for, you know, the best in terms of Bellamy and co as well, so. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Check the videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Media Feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!